I was in seminary and newer to pastoral ministry.
I was a teacher and getting my master's degree.
There are many steps to navigate whenever you're going both through seminary and the ordination process. It's enough to keep track of if you're the actual clergy person going through it, let alone if you're the clergy spouse along for the ride.
So when Greg came home and told me he got a mentor, I was like, great, do I get one too?
I told her, I don't think so.
A few months later, Greg saw an answered prayer in the form of an advertisement for the Artos Retreat.
I strongly encouraged her to go, hoping that she would find the resources necessary for her new role as a clergy spouse.
My expectations were low, but I was hoping to make a connection.
We made it a priority in both of our schedules for her to be able to attend the retreat.
Prior to the retreat, I was feeling more and more isolated and alone, as if I didn't have anybody who understood exactly what I was going through. But at the retreat, I was able to form connections with people who understood me because of our common experiences in ways that my friends and family were not able to.
She made connections within the denomination that were apart from mine as a clergy person, and she really found herself instead of just being the pastor's wife.
It gave me the opportunity to learn from others.
And it also opened up conversations between the two of us, conversations that enabled us to avoid approaching some situations blindly.
The biggest impact on our marriage has been that we've been able to have more conversations when life is out of balance, and we were able to find more opportunities to set boundaries and expectations together so that way we knew what each other needed, and whenever those needs weren't met, we also had ways that we could go and find additional ways to experience time with God, which was probably what we needed.
I also think that one of the biggest impacts on our marriage was that it just kind of showed us that maybe we needed to seek God even outside of our assigned faith communities, that maybe we needed to find a church where we could just go and be Greg and Rochelle and not pastor and spouse.
When church began to feel as if it was work, I was able to reframe my mind without guilt and find other ways to experience the Sabbath that weren't necessarily sitting in the pews of the church. I was able to experience time with God on my own terms. And for these reasons, the Sabbath became something that I wanted to do instead of something that I did out of obligation.
Rochelle attending this retreat so early on allowed us to use it as a sort of preventative care.
And for these reasons, we encourage you to check out the Artos Retreat for Clergy Spouses on Sabbath.